Some of the differences between traditional training and behavior training. Traditional training, the dog or the stimulus, it comes and your dog starts to react. And what happens is the trainer wants to usually create safe space, open up the threshold, walk the dog away from the stimulus, the high arousal stimulus of the dog. Sometimes it gets even to the point where the dog is so reactive, intense, that they will put themselves or place themselves behind a car or a tree, really trying to and get the dog, look at me, look at me, look at me, don't look at the stimulus, don't look at the stimulus. One of the newer versions of that by dog trainers is feed the dog treats, feed the dog treats, keep feeding the dog treats as he's looking at the stimulus, the other dog, keep feeding him treats until that dog leaves, hoping to make a positive association. The foul with that thought process of feeding a dog treat, 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 if that dog's intensity level is too high, the dog will not be making any proper processing, if processing at all. Dog, they're so intense at whatever the stimulus is, and they either won't take the treat or they'll grab the treat and go back. They'll grab the treat and go back. They'll grab the treat and go back. And they're just stuck. No processing is going on at that moment. So no matter how many treats you give the dog, they're not gonna make the association that you're hoping for, that stimulus is a friend. Once you recognize the dog's intensity, you're gonna first work to lower that intensity level, because we want to slow everything down for the dog, and we want to allow our dog to engage and assess, get to proper processing, or what they would call proper threat assessments. A dog cannot make proper processing if the intensity, mental state, emotional state is too high. So as we bring the dog in, we're not going to try to lure them away behind something saying, look at me, look at me, look at me, and don't look at the stimulus. We actually want our dog to look at the stimulus. And when our dog does in fact look at the stimulus, you're going to be watching your dog. What is the state of your dog? And we want our dog to cure their curiosity. Because we want our dog to engage the stimulus and start processing that information. For the dog to make the proper assessment, intensity must be at a point where they can make proper assessments. That will start to help your dog with proper threat assessments, therefore proper outcomes.